Welcome back to the RAJI-VERSE, everybody. This is my first video on One Piece, and y'all already know I had to hop on this bandwagon for these views, you feel me? But anyways, next week I'm releasing a video on why One Piece is amazing and why I think y'all should watch it. But first, I gotta say, this chapter was fire! The chapter mainly focuses on Luffy, the main character, defeating Kaido, the main villain, Big Kaido, big dog nigga, king of the beast. But first, we start with a cover story. Oda usually starts the chapters with things that are going on in the story, aka cover stories, or he'll just draw some random shit or a request from fans. And I'm like, nigga, there's so much shit I want you to draw, but my man Goda got priorities, so I know he can't exactly get to my odd fantasies right now. Anyways, in the cover story, it takes place on a previous island from the actual story, where my girl Pudding has some choice words for some assholes related to one of the main characters, my nigga smooth ass Sanji. She has the power to manipulate people's memories, and she's surrounded by a bunch of her family and other people. I heard hella people say that she wiped their memories to free Sanji's dickbag brothers from the book that big guy is holding. And I was like, yo, I am slow as shit. But that's neither here nor there. Anyways, the chapter starts with one of the CP0 agents going down by my man Izo, and then X-Drake immediately impales the next one, and he is like, you really would have thought, weave? And then he finger pistols this nigga in the throat. This is a shiesty ass nigga. And meanwhile, in the Flower Capital, everyone's still turning up and celebrating like it's the 1st of November, lighting up lanterns and making wishes and shit, and basically a whole floating island is approaching to crush them. A literal whole war is going on right now to save them, and they have no idea. Things have been crazy and the stakes are high as hell. But one thing I know is my nigga Luffy is gonna be in his motherfucking bag. Going to the rooftop of Onigashima, the floating island of doom, Luffy is pushing P using his Snake Man form with his added boost of Rio and Conqueror's Haki coding, so Kaido actually has to try somewhat. I've loved how Luffy's strength has progressed, at least in the post-time skip, because he's actually had training arcs. In the pre-time skip, this nigga was whooping ass and taking names, got his new form out of believing he had to get stronger, and usually being put in incredibly crazy situations that would test his strength, but you could never really gauge where Luffy was at. But Kaido's noticed Luffy's strength. Even his attacks are throwing him off because Luffy's body is made of rubber, or so we think. And his attacks are literally bing bang and from all angles, and he's beating the shit out of him. There's hella speculation that the true nature of Luffy's powers aren't even rubber, but a set of legendary abilities that the world government has been after for a very long time. But Kaido is not feeling it, and then he goes into one of his many drunk phases, flirty drunk. And I was weak as hell. I'd definitely be going through it after a muddy cup or two, and Kaido's been whooping ass, getting his ass whooped, and drinking heavy. I know this man's head is spinning right now, and even though he's on his Luffy's fists are pummeling this man, and he's flirting. And Kaido reveals that he can use Future Sight too, so I think that most people with advanced Haki that the Straw Hats will be fighting will have Future Sight, but I'm really just talking about like top tier combatants, maybe like Shanks or Mihawk. You guys know, people like that. If you don't know, you gotta read or watch this shit. I can't help you. And then Kaido goes into another drunk phase, thieving drunk mode, and he goes into his dragon form to get slippery and tries to eat Luffy. I guess he was hungry, but goddamn. He eats his man, pause, spits him out, and blast breath him point blank, blasting Luffy through the whole island. I'm saying this now, when this gets animated, it's going to be lit as fuck. Like thousands of times better than their first fight. I know y'all remember that in the anime, it was lit. It's crazy seeing how far Luffy's come since that first battle, but he's here to get the job done, so he gets out the blast and immediately goes into Bound Man. I knew he could use his forms easier after what he did with Long Kid after going in Gear 4th and immediately going back to normal, but this has absolutely exceeded my expectations. Now he can balance out heavy attacks and endurance with one form, and then use his speed and increased power with another form. But Luffy's running out of time and says that this is his last Gear 4th, and most have speculated that he'll be attaining a new form, and I definitely want to believe that, but for now, I'm just going to settle with this is his last chance to use Gear 4th because he's putting everything he has into it. Kaido starts talking heavy shit about the people of Wano and how they're willing to die for what they believe in or not even have the strength to fight him at all, and Luffy is not fucking with that. So he delivers the Supreme Kong Gun beautifully to Kaido's fat ass chin, but he immediately transforms into hybrid form and goes into another drunk phase. It's the homicidal drunk phase, and honestly this is like my low-key like second or third favorite phase of his, just because he looks so menacing and actually seems like he's taking Luffy seriously now. All throughout the fight, Kaido's low-key been training Luffy. Like, no joke, if Kaido wanted to one-shot Luffy again, I honestly believe he could, but he wants to see how high Luffy can reach. He wants to be defeated, and he's telling Luffy, "Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!" But it's so dope that Luffy can like hold in his Gear 4th power, but he still has to deal with the time limit, which I think is understandable. Like, it drains hella hockey, and Luffy still has levels to reach with his power, so we'll see how far he can go. Kaido is fiending for Luffy's fat rubber fist, and they dash toward each other to deliver the final blow. And then this shiesty ass nigga stops Luffy's arm from attacking, and then Kaido goes boom! Smack the shit out of Luffy. The agent was given a mission from the world government to make sure Luffy is killed, and these niggas have no honor whatsoever. They basically sent him on a suicide mission because as soon as Kaido gets out of his little phase, he's going to whoop this shit out of him. Kaido starts flashbacking heavy, and honestly, I feel terrible for him. He's reliving a victory that was taken away from him yet again. Like, this man really can't catch a break. Like, they said he's been catching L's for like the last like 20 years, and he's I know he's tired. He's tired of the bullshit. He's ready to whoop some ass.